like to speak about today, at least, would be to speak about an exercise called the split squat iso hold. So as far as this week, the week of January 13th, that'll be the Movement Monday exercise. We're rebooting that in our social media accounts. So the split squat iso hold, we've shown and featured the split squat iso, but as a barbell movement, I believe is in May, either 2017 or 2018, whatever it was. But this particular version of it, this variation of it, is more of just a simple body weight exercise that anyone can do. So it really doesn't require anything with the exception of attention to detail. All right, so isometrics are a great way to basically remodel tissue, reprogram the Golgi tendon organs. And for those of you who don't know, the Golgi tendon organs, the GTO, they are basically the brains inside the muscles. So they receive the signals from the brain, and then they get that command basically from the brain to give the order to the muscle to tell it whether or not to contract or relax. So it also is another way to look at the Golgi tendon organ is basically like an overprotective mother of the muscle, in the sense that if it thinks the muscle is about to go through too much of a contraction, or let's say too fast or whatever it may be, it'll just be like, whoa, chill the fuck out, calm your tits, and let's bring it back a little bit. So for instance, let's say you're sprinting and your Golgi tendon organs might think that your hamstring is about to contract too fast. It may actually just be like, it'll cause the muscle like maybe lock up and be like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? Like, we cannot lengthen to that length that you're calling me on to do, right? So one thing that you can do is you can put yourself in a long duration isometric. This type of or this method at least was made famous early 2000s by Jay Schrader. Shout out Jay Schrader and Adam Archuleta. And a little sidebar, I don't know if anybody listening knows who Adam Archuleta is, but he's basically this safety. I think actually he played linebacker in college, but wasn't recruited out of high school, wasn't very talented coming out of high school, trained with this guy, and next thing you know, he going into the NFL Combine had ridiculous numbers at the Combine. I mean, signed lucrative contracts in the NFL just because he had an impressive Combine. But bringing it back, long duration ISOs were made famous by his trainer, Jay Schrader. No one really knows exactly what he did with them. It's all just been hearsay, but like I said, isometrics are a great way of getting better at holding each position. So in the sense of the exercise I'm speaking about today, which is our topic, the split squat iso hold, for all you athletes out there that may not be able to get to a gym or train with a trainer, try this exercise. So what you're going to do basically is like think of a lunge, right? You have your hands on your hips, you're doing a walking lunge, you're going to just step forward, right? Well, in this case, you're in a split stance. So you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Let's say your left foot forward, your right foot's back, right? Your feet are at hip width. They're not wider than your hips. They're not in a straight line, okay? Both your toes are forward. Now, what you want to do is not put yourself in too long of a position for this. So you don't want to feel like you're doing a split, but you are in what is a split stance, right? When you drop down and hold it, you want to keep your front foot, in this case your left foot, flat on the ground with your knee traveling over the toe. Like, whoa. You can't have your knee travel over the toe. That's bad, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's
might.
talk about it.
Let's talk. Oh, do we have time to talk about that?
I think we do have time to talk about it.
Oh, my God. Knees over the toes are bad, right? Unless, of course, you're getting your ass off the toilet, and then what? I guess it's bad to shit then, too.
Kind of like arching your back in the bench press. No.
Yeah, or eating carbs.
Oh, shit.
We'll get back to that later. But, so you have your front foot completely flat. Toes are straight forward. Your rear foot is on the ball of the foot and the toe with the heel elevated, okay? Once you drop down, that front knee is traveling over the toe, but not too far. All right. You don't want your foot so far back that your heel has to come up over your front foot, but it should be enough to where we force that dorsiflexion. So in the sense that the knee is traveling over the toe and the toe of the front foot isn't pointed down with your ankle extended. It's actually pulled up with the toe going towards the knee, all right, going up towards the shin. You're going to drop down and hold it. So what I like to do is just like when I give tips to people that, we'll have athletes in here be like, what can I do every day to make sure I get faster? Well, going back to an older episode we did on why I hate UGG slippers, a lot of athletes today, their ankles are all fucked up. So here's one thing you can do, right? You're forcing your body into this dorsiflexion. You don't have any external load on your body with the exception of the body weight that's already on your skeletal structure, all right? Your rear knee is going to be hovering over the ground, not touching the ground, right? You're not kneeling, okay? You have, before you even gotten down into position, you have already set your brace. So you're breathing circumferentially. Definitely said that super Asian and mumbled all my words together, but we're going to keep it rolling, okay?
People like watching it too, so just, over enunciate.
Circumferentially. Holy shit, he got that right. Yeah, and you're breathing 360 degrees through your stomach, all right? That'll set your ribs in a good position to get down and your hips in a good position to operate, right? And just set a clock for 3 minutes, all right? 3 minutes. It's going to be the longest 3 minutes of your life, okay? But I'm kidding. That's disgusting. No, it's not. So once you're in that position, just hold it, right? Now, I don't ever expect anybody to hold this position for 3 minutes, but the goal is to see basically how many sets you can hold that, how many times you can hold that position within the 3 minutes.